Alright, well, hello and welcome to Laguna Seca for round 9 of Season 5 for ZRL. Welcome. We're in qualifying. We got a green track right now, 24 degrees, cloudy weather. Looks like if our qualifying was 30 minutes, there would be rain approaching. We'll see what that does for the actual race here, but as we're watching Rafa Sosa coming around the last corner now to start his qualifying lap. And our camera auto broadcast mode switched over. I was not. Watch Rafa coming around. Perfect. Here we go. So it comes to the first sector. All looks well so far. Coming out the mother's car product sign here. And you're about to go up the hill. Carrying as much speed as possible up here. And it comes into the blind corner here, the left-hander. Hoping the car understeers around the corner. They come up the hill and we're about to get into the corkscrew for the first time tonight. Heavy braking zone down to gear 1. Down the hill nice and smooth here from Rafa. Carrying as much speed around this sector. Getting a little bit wide almost. But sticking it well still. And now we're about coming into the last corner here. Talk about the exit. Getting the power down. Very clean lap. What type of time are we putting down here, Rafa? He does a 1:24.7, so a little bit slow. See if he can bring that up. So Bellotto crossed the line with a 1:26.8. Kent Porter's crossing the line right now with a 1:24.9, so a little bit slower than Rafa. Reed did a 1:26.1. So at the moment, it's Ed here for 949 Sim Racing. Pole position with the 1:23.9. Oh, but gets toppled here with a 1:23.6 for Samuel. And the Porsche using the controller. Great lap by him. And destacked right behind them. Just under a second behind. So Rafa returning to the pits must not have had the right tire pressure set. Got 5 minutes to go here in the qualifying session at 10 a.m. here. Laguna Seca in California. US of A. I really enjoy this track. It's one of my favorites to drive. And get a real good rhythm around here. So Rafa just exiting right in front of Calvin Wolf at the moment. Calvin Wolf doing a 1:25, almost flat. Average race lap there. And Portis returning the pits after he gets P3. So watch Wolf come up the hill. Wolf having a bit of medical issues today, so feeling a little rough, but he's decided to race tonight. See how he goes around. So no standouts yet. Well, actually, D-Stack comes in with a faster lap and gets second in that Porsche. So the Porsche is looking real speedy, real fast around the Laguna Seca circuit. We have 5 Porsches in the field tonight. We'll see how they make in the race. Every other car is kind of evened out, but 5 Porsches and 4 Lamborghinis on track. So Calvin Wolf not being able to improve his time at all. Jimmy Olsen here, another controller user. 49 car. Pilato in the only Lexus in the field at the moment. Or here tonight. Getting 8th place there. So right now at 123.2 is the time to beat. See if anyone can match that or get better than that. I think track temp might have just went up a little bit. It's 24 degrees now. So Jamie having a rough time through the corkscrew there. Not really what you want to happen. So Rafa, I'm not sure if he's on his outlap or his... Nope, he's on a flyer. As he comes around, crosses the line. The 124 flat, so improves a little bit, gets up in the 5th position. Pretty tidy lap by him. There's still more to gain, obviously. About 1 and a bit seconds on the table. Or sorry, 2 seconds almost. Just over 2 seconds on the table. But he's stuck right behind Wolf, and Wolf's not giving up. Wolf's not getting out of the way. Still hasn't pulled out of the way yet. Rafa's starting to flash his lights. Getting quite aggravated that Wolf is in front of him, but Wolf is not yielding. At the moment, we do have a rule where it doesn't matter. You don't have to. Yield, what Rafa has to do now is just literally fall back from Wolf to get another flyer lap in. Like right now, he should be slowing down. Let Wolf get ahead of him. And continue on. But being stubborn, he's wanting to be right on the tailpipe of Wolf. Wanting him to get out of the way, but there's no reason he needs to. So see if they scrap here into turn 1 or if Rafa decides to pass him. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. So Mr. RLR here for RLR Breezy Esports. Up in the 4th at the moment. Cannot improve. 123.8. Keeps him in 4th position. Kenneth Portis coming up the hill, about to hit the corkscrew. Nicely done there, clean. Let's see if he can beat out Rafa Sosa in 5th there. Okay. So he come around the last corner here. And he's about to cross the line with 15 seconds to go. And he jumps up the position, 123.9 and 19. So Kenneth Portis beating out Rafa Sosa there for 5th position on the grid. JJ in the 2nd Bentley of the field. 9th position at the moment. Best lap so far was a 124.7. Comes down to the last corner here. A little bit wide, but not bad. What's he going to cross the line with? He does not improve his time. Stuck in 11th position at the moment. Dustin Hosick, can you throw together a bit faster of a time? Got a little wide there. Cars all over the field pulling off. Returning to pits as they have not improved their lap time. So Dustin feels confident about this lap time. And he improves it by a marginal. Alright, teammate. Kenneth Portis, can you jump up the positions? He does not. Jimmy Olsen, what can you throw together? And I think Jimmy improved by a little bit. So we're finishing for qualifying for this 60-minute race at Laguna Seca. Samuel in the Porsche pole position. Derek Stack behind him in P2. And Ed in P3. Oh, and it's a rainy race. The guys will be moaning and complaining about this situation. Not what they were hoping for tonight. I don't think a lot practice for this wet session. We got 28 degrees. Track temp with heavy downpour of rain. So that's quite interesting to see. But what I was saying there, Samuel, Pole, Derek Stacked, Ed here, and McLaren. So we got a Porsche, McLaren, and a Ferrari up there. With a Honda right behind of Kenneth Portis, Rafa Sosa. We got Reed and Beardry right up there, 7th, 8th. Wolf in 9th, Nunez 10th. Rounding up the top 10 there. Look up for these couple. Porsche Lars all the way down here in 22nd position. We'll see where he can finish in the Porsche. Christopher here. And another Porsche back at the field. And Jimmy Olsen back here as well. So we're missing one Honda teammate, and a couple other teams are down a member tonight. Simon and Matt here do not have our good friend Mike here. So it should be a fun session. Should be some good racing between these competitors here. It's been a long season battling it out, and 8 rounds before this. And it's looking to be fun. I think the guys are really enjoying it. Pit stops in this race, as a reminder. Here. Loaded up the wrong standings. Sorry about that. 1 second. I did it again. We got so many. It's hard to find the right one here. So we have 3 minutes. The guys are just getting told by a race director kind of things to watch out for. Definitely give space during this session, as it is a wet, rainy situation. I think we just restarted the server to maybe change the weather conditions. Yes, it looks like we restarted this session. So just calling out enough people who are not happy about the rain situation that I think we're restarting, if that is correct. So just ask for confirmation that we are restarting the server. Alright, so we're restarting the server here and doing a manual grid start based on the qualifying session before. So just back out of the server here as it'll be restarted. So let's wait for the server to get back up. Sorry about that. Apologies, but we don't really want guys having to race in the rain and deal with all that. It's kind of aggravating situation, especially if you practiced a lot for certain weather conditions, not even worried about rain, and then bam, you just get rain. It's kind of a kick in the teeth. It's a little frustrating. Again, we'll just wait for that reset. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, we do have that. If there's more than a couple rain sessions in a season, we usually try to give it dry conditions, making it a little more enjoyable for everyone. Kind of cool right here. We have Zealous Racing on the top of the search here tonight for our public lobby. This is a Kyalami 2020 track. Some guys getting practicing on that. So that's next week. We have a crown jewel event. So it will be double the points. It's an 80-minute race is what we planned. Should be a lot of fun and a great way to round out our season. So make sure you subscribe or hit that like button to, well, subscribe anyways, and the bell button to be notified to catch the stream next week. If you are enjoying and you haven't already, hit that like button for us. It helps us know we are doing the right things here and you guys are enjoying the content that we are giving. Exciting news for next season. We're moving, hopefully. We're testing at the moment the sim grid. It's a very awesome platform with a large user base at the moment, so we're hoping to help expand and get more drivers into the splits and an easier way to run more and more splits as we get larger. So it'll be a great addition. It's a little bit, well, it's actually not a pain in the butt because they've really set it up well where you can connect your already used Discord account to their site to get a login. So not too many steps like other sites where you have to sign up for a separate account and things like that. So it's pretty awesome. So look forward to seeing stuff about SimGrid. It's awesome to have a sponsor like them on board. Moving forward, hopefully we'll work with them even more and have some awesome stuff for you guys. But what I was looking at here was the positions on the team standings. So we have Zach Patterson in P1 at the moment for the Drivers' Championship with 368 points. We have Kenneth Portis in P2 right now with 354 points. And we have Rafa Sosa with 341 points. So it's a very tight battle. I believe tonight we do not have Zach Patterson. So if Kenneth Portis can win this event, he will be in the lead of the championship with one race to go. As well as Rafa. Maybe that's why Rafa's being a little bit more concerned about his qualifying position because of that tight battle up there for first. And then in fourth position, we have Nunez with 270 points. Peter Hutchings behind him with 268 points. He's not here as well tonight, so Nunez is going to get some good points for that. And then Samuel is in 6th position with 254 points. With Leo Monroe, who is here, the number 25 car with 242 points. So it's a very tight battle up in the driver standings from P1 to P7 at the moment. And a tight battle down in 12th to 16th. To be honest, they were all within a few points. So lots of battles up and down the order. It's pretty cool to see. A lot of fun. Let's go check out the team standings here. So we have RLR Abrizi Esports winning out that championship with 872 points at the moment. With Sausage Curb Racing right behind them with 711 points. Yes, so that's a pretty interesting thing. Not a lot of close battles in the team championship at the moment. Things kind of seem set in their ways. We do have STD Racing, who has the Shade Brothers and Rafa Sosa. Unfortunately, Shade Brothers have kind of taken a hiatus from the game and haven't been playing. So that team's suffering quite a bit. But you have Northern Franks Racing with Mike DeCherrero and Matt Reed, Simon Beardry right behind them. So right now, with SCD Racing missing 2 drivers, if the Northern Franks team can get some good points here, they will bump up to a higher position in the team standing. So a lot of fun here. We just have Samuel going out on the track at the moment, setting a lap, a valid lap. I'm not sure if he has not been able to get one. Well, he had a warm-up lap, as you do. So right now, he's just trying to get a good lap time in, not pushing too hard. We hope. You know, you always do feel like you want to show what you're capable to the other racers. But at the same time, you want to make sure you get that valid lap in so we can set the order. We can do this. Second last corner now. As soon as it's done, Kenneth Portis, the man who is our race director, will make sure we manually get everyone in the correct starting position here. We have a field of 21 to 22 cars. Holy, Samuel slapping the times down with a 121.7. That's a fast lap. Wow, well done, mate. That was a stunner and a half. Wow. Wild lap time right there. Really showing what he's capable of. And folks, that's all with a control, right? It's just absolutely nuts. It's crazy. All right, session countdown has started. 3 minutes. I wish we would have reduced that, but 3 minutes to go here. And we'll hopefully get a quick grid set and then get back to racing like you both hope we would tonight. Like I hoped we would. All right, time counting down here. It's gonna be a late night. It's an hour race, 2 pit stops should be quite exciting. A lot of activity on track, different things to talk about. So I hope you're ready to rumble, ready to watch the action. I need to disconnect and reconnect to the new server. All right. Says Bolato's on his outlap. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, now we have sunny with slight clouds, optimal track condition. Hotter than it was by a long shot of 32 degrees Celsius. 2 degrees hotter than what you normally would do in a hot lap situation. So that's nice and spicy. Hopefully the guys can set their proper tire pressures to match that. Last thing you want to do is have overheating tire pressures or too low tire pressures. Number one deal for a lot of new beginners in this game is to learn the tire pressures. So with GT3 cars, it's between 27.3 and 27.8 degrees, or sorry, psi for each tire. Depending on your setup too, it can vary all around. So got Samuel heading out because he's P1. Derek stacked here, P2 and P3. And Mr. RLR. And Kenneth Portis is after him. And Rafa Sosa. The Matthew Reed. Simon Beardry right behind them. Kenneth Portis. Sorry, Calvin Wolf. And JJ Muir. Then Stem. Cornelius Stem right behind them. Stam, sorry. Dustin Hosick looking like. Sean Collis just behind Dustin. And Bellato, our Spanish Prince. Miles Mahal. James Turnbull behind Bellato, then Miles Hall, then Jimmy Olsen. And behind him is Matt P. Fender. Behind Matt is Christopher, and then Artist behind him. So as I head around the track to start this race, again, just running down the order, we have a 60-minute race, 2 pit stops. As you can see on the timing screen where it says overall, there's a 2 with orange or yellow, orange bar there. So that means they have to do 2 pit stops. I'll count down each time they do a pit. And once they've done all of them, it'll turn green, indicating they've done all mandatory pit stops. And they're going to continue on and finish the race with no problems, no disqualifications or anything like that. So at 60 minutes, we can see variations of the pit stops here. So probably every 20 minutes, there'll be a pit stop. So the first 20 minutes and then at 40 minutes. Most likely, some of them might do one quick stop and then one long stop, only changing the tires the one time. We'll see if there's anyone that decides to just fuel up both times and just use the same tires. That would be a risky strategy, but it would save you a lot of time in the pit pit stops. If you're just splashing one little bit of fuel. So we'll see what happens here. But Samuel bringing up the field now. Coming up to the line. The guys are side by side. And we're going to be underway here momentarily. And they're off right now. Samuel in the lead on the inside of the track. And Derek Stack following right behind. And Ed diving up the inside in the 75 car. Mr. RLR right there behind the two. Samuel taking an interesting line through there. And Ed having to hold up. Kent Portis, Rafa Sosa right beside each other. Everyone gets through clean as we don't have the largest field tonight. Oh, and as I say that, is that Matt or is that Simon? And we got half the field. We're going to have to do a restart. Restart of the race as we've had multiple cars off the track. So Calvin Wolf being the most destroyed. And there's the red flag restart. So we'll have one more attempt at the field getting underway here tonight. So not the cleanest of events here tonight. These guys are liking to test our skills, our broadcasting ability, our admin skills, handling these type of restarts. We still have all 22 drivers. We should be underway here shortly. 2 minutes to go. Everyone's checking their pit strats and setups and rethinking some things. But being told there will be no more restarts unless the whole field gets destroyed. And the guys are just going to have to get it underway cleanly and start this race. Got 60 minutes to go. There should be no reason there's big accidents in the first lap. You guys need to be patient and let everyone get into a rhythm. And then let the pit strats and consistency win. So Samuel here in the Porsche with the 276 car with the controller. Getting pole position. And then behind him, we're going to have Derek Stack and the other Porsche. Not using a controller for the 610 Porsche. And behind them, we have Ed 75 car here. And the McLaren, purple and orange. So 50 seconds. And we're about to get underway here again at Laguna Seca for round 9 of season 5 4-0. Got the 32 degree track temp. Optimum conditions. A little bit of cloud, mostly sunny. We got a tight championship battle here. As our championship leader, Zach Patterson, is not currently here tonight. So Kenneth Portis is in P2, trying to get a solid win or high points finish to accelerate himself up into the lead of the driver standings. Team standings is the RLR Breezy Esports team, who is missing 2 members here tonight. But we have Mr. RLR representing them in the 25 Ferrari car. As long as he finishes, should be no trouble for the team to continue leading that championship. Samuel pulls ahead to get set up here around turn 1. Getting good temperature into the brakes and tires here. Then we had Stem behind him and Ed after them. Then Mr. RLR, Kenneth Portis. Rafa Sosa. Matt Reed, Simon Beardry, Calvin Wolf, Nunez right behind Calvin. Then we have JJ, Cornelius Stem, Hosick, John Collis. Who else we got? I got Bellato. James Turnbull, then Miles Mahal behind him. Then Jimmy Olsen. Then Matt Pfender, Christopher Artis, and then Ted File, who has joined us late but is here. So thank you for tuning in tonight. If you are enjoying so far, hit that like button. Maybe leave us a comment if you're really enjoying. You'd like to support us further into the future. Consider subscribing to the channel. So we got the two Porsches up front. See if they can pull a gap here to the McLaren and Ferrari behind in the second row. Highly unlikely because Mr. RLR is a really good driver. See if he can get through this race cleanly with no incidents. As of late, he's been having a lot of trouble there, unfortunately. Poor guy. He's admitted, hasn't had the most fun in sim racing the last little while, but nonetheless, he's here to compete. It's nice to see him out. Appreciate that. Maybe just give us a comment down below. I know Samuel is commenting in here, currently our pole position leader in the Porsche. I'm sure he's favoring himself to win this race. But they're going to be underway here as we're going to come up to the line at the moment. And they're off. Away we go. Samuel holding that pole position at the moment. Getting pressured behind. Ed sneaking past Stack. Right behind him, Kenneth Portis. Everyone trying to keep it clean. Sean Collins getting pushed wide. But everyone should make it through here good. This time, yes they do. Calvin Wolf, only the second Aston Martin on the field. It's Rafa Sosa and Kenneth Portis going side by side up the hill. We got the teammates of the two Lambos right there, Francorchamps. Northern Franks Racing, sorry. Right now looking like we have Samuel out in the lead. Ed behind him in the 75 McLaren. Derek Stacked in third position and Mr. RLR in fourth. Kenneth Portis fifth, getting pressured by Rafa Sosa in sixth position. And then we have Simon Beardry having a moment and dropping all the way down to the back of the field. So Matt Reed right now is in seventh position. Calvin Wolf getting quite a few positions here as we let the timing board straighten itself out here. So we have accurate positions of the drivers here. So after lap one, Samuel in the 276 car in the lead, half a second up on Ed from behind in 75. With Derek Stack chasing them down. Mr. RLR behind them. Kenneth Portis, Rafa Sosa, Reed, and Calvin Wolf. Calvin Wolf looking speedy at the moment. See what he can do up the hill into the corkscrew. Not a lot of safe passing things or lanes or areas of the track. Calvin right on the butt. And Rafa Sosa right there with Kenneth Portis. We'll see what type of lap times people are doing here, and after first lap, that should be their actual pace here. Samuel crossing the line with a 122.9. Ed with a 122.7. And Derek Stack with a 123.5. Then we have car number 45. Jimmy Olsen. Nope. Christopher having a moment. Doesn't look like he has damage on the car, but spun around. Cornelius Stim. Oh, he's good. Who's number 6? Matt P. Fender, no, number 6. You're all the way back. Bellato up in 12th position at the moment. Good kind of battles all over the field here. The hottest one right now, Kenneth Portis and Rafa Sosa. Actually, Ed is getting ever so close to the back of Samuel, but Samuel's still holding out that lead. Got another yellow on. Field of Nunez. Nunez dropping all the way down. Looks like we're having a disconnect issue. Sorry about that. As the cars are drifting around quite interestingly. Not really what you want to be watching them do. But here we are. Looks like it might have straightened itself out now. So Ed right up the tailpipe there. Was quite close. Dropping back now. Maybe was pushing a little bit too hard. This should be a good race. Samuel is not running away with this at the moment at all. Mr. R is losing out time and Kenneth Portis is gaining on him. Matt Reed still holding off Calvin Wolf here. 55 minutes to go in the race. 2 pit stops. The pit window has not opened yet. So no one has done that. Stem is breathing down the back of Bellato, but nothing's happened yet. So we got little trains here and there all over the field. Battling it out. So Simon Beardry down here. After dropping back. Was all the way up in 8th position. Getting back a few and getting back up to 17th after having a moment. Doesn't look like he took damage. He must have just was trying to avoid Matt and went off track. So say Mr. Arler somewhere in amongst there got past both Kenneth Portis and Rafa Sosa. So I wonder what kind of move was had there. Calvin Wolf getting a really wide line through that corner. But doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. Oh, and we have Cornelius Stam spinning around. Thinks better of driving out. Better just be patient. He starts moving now. Number 6, P Fender coming. P Fender getting by. Ooh, and we had someone disconnect. Who the heck was that? And they're gone. Mr. RR. No. Oh my god, that sucks. So yeah, Mr. RLR 25 Ferrari car getting disconnected from the server. He's just gone. He was having a great race. Had no trouble. And just poof, gone. I think they are having heavy storms in the States, so. Damn. Alright, Calvin Wolf side by side with Matt Reed coming into turn 1. Calvin Wolf ahead of him. Matt just knowing he has that position, but diving into the inside and tried to get the cut. Tried to dive underneath him. So Calvin Wolf, 6th position at the moment. Well, actually 5th position now that we have a disconnect here. Or sorry, no, that's correct. 6th position at the moment. And he's looking speedy. So, Sean Kell is battling it out with James Turnbull. We're having another network issue here tonight. My apologies, guys. My game froze is what Mr. RLR is telling us. Just as things were going correct for you, my sir, it's, the gods of ACC have decided to struck you down and give you a game freeze. Oh, you hate to see it, my friend. That really blows. So shitty of a time. So Samuel, almost getting a 1 second gap to Ed behind. After a while, still lapping around the one low at the moment, or high 122s. Just pretty impressive race pace as we have 50 minutes to go, but I feel like he's going to burn his tires out in that Porsche near the end of the race here. He's going to have no grip left in those puppies. So if he was smart with the Porsche, I think you would have to do 2 tire stop changes just to make sure you have the grip level to continue battling with people later. So we still have a tight pack here. Bellata holding up and defending well against Mahal and Olsen. The only Lexus here tonight. The Lexus, the decent car around this track. Mahal's looking for a gap there, but you're not going to find it going up the hill here. Jimmy Olsen getting into the sand, but keeps it on track. James Turnbull still trying to battle Sean Collis here, but Sean Collis doing a good job defending him, coming into the corkscrew now. Having a better exit than James, I feel like. But so we had the first car in the pit lane. We have Kenneth Portis coming in for an early stop with 50 minutes to go here. So Calvin Wolf jumping up even more, up into 5th position now. Ooh, and we had an incident. Simon Breedry getting all out of whack again. He comes into the pit lane to do his first stop. Watch this nice camera angle. Oh, a bit of glitching happening again. All sorted out. Samuel still in the lead here, but Ed, sorry, voice crack. Ed is right there and not looking like he's going to budge anytime soon. But Ed having a good run right into the corkscrew here. He's going to have to be careful. The camera was a lot earlier than it needed to be. Kenneth Portis on his way out onto the track again. So he got out ahead of the leading pack at the moment. We got Reed and JJ. Nunez was looking for his way around P. Fender. Couldn't find it, but will he attack again here soon? So looks scary closer. Ed's like as close as he's been all race. Back of Samuel here. Well, this lap or next lap, he's going to get past. Ooh, Ed getting way out of whack there. Off the track sideways a little bit. Maintained his composure. Lost a lot of time, but not as much as he could have. We got Todd File hitting the dirt. Coming through that long. Sweeping left-hander. So like I said, Ed losing out. Going up the hill now. Towards the corkscrew. He was looking like next lap he was going to pass him, but I think he's going to have to hold up and wait another time. Nunez side by side with P. Fender. Still side by side, electing to back out of it to let the Bentley ahead. So Ed, this lap maybe And we were just on board with Nunez, but he gets pushed out wide, or he hits the dirt into the wall. And it doesn't look like he's returning to pits. He just left. Sorry, squeaky voice again. I've been talking all day, so it's a bit tired. So we've had 2 people get disconnected or elect to leave. Cornelius Stem having a bit of a spin as well. Just moving out of the way nicely here. Todd File getting past him into the corkscrew. Matt P-Fender having a moment as well again. So a lot of these guys having real hard trouble through the corkscrew section of the track. Matt Reed hashing it out here with JJ. James Turnbull getting past Sean Call. Sean Call's probably just saying, you know what, just go by, buddy. You're driving me nuts. So Ed's right there again. These guys have to think about their pit strategy, so maybe pitting at 40 minutes and then 20 minutes to go. Kenneth Portis and Simon Beardry are our 2 drivers to have pit so far. Playing different strategies here up and down the field. We got a good group of guys here. 20 drivers at the moment on track. I've been battling it out all season long. Some good competition, some good chatting, some great community bonding and building has happened here. And we absolutely love Split 1 and Split 2. It's a lot of fun. We're adding another split next season. So if you're new and found us randomly, come check out the Discord and make sure to follow our information to sign up for Season 6, which will be in, I think, 4 weeks from now. 4 or 5 weeks from now. We're going to have a couple special events between this season and next with 3-week race schedule. And then we'll be back with a full 10-round season starting up in early August. So Kenneth Portis having to go by Cornelius Stem. Cornelius kind of getting out of the way and letting that happen through that corner anyways, but he did hold them up for quite a while. James Turnbull was in the pit lane. He's exiting at the moment. So Ed's right there, still pressuring Samuel. These guys have not gave up. Oh, we got the Ted File hitting the dirt once again. Ah, this track is such a pain in the ass. If you hit the dirt, you're done. Miles Mahal getting pressure from Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen's right there. James Turnbull just came out of the pit lane and must have spun the car. Lighten up those cold tires if you change tires just a little bit too early. And getting all over the place. Matt Reed and JJ still after each other like nobody's business. Matt holding them off there. They got to remember 3 minutes to go here for the 40-minute mark. A lot of guys will be entering the pit lane soon to change those tires over or refuel and continue on the same old tires. But sometimes, I don't know, if you're a good rhythm around here, you don't really want to interrupt it by hitting the pit lane. So Jimmy Olsen putting the moves on and getting past Miles. We didn't catch that on camera, unfortunately. Too many great battles that are right side by side at the moment. Ed still hunting them down. Looks like Miles Mahal in that other Lamborghini in the pit lane. 107 car, you can see on the mini map. Now, Kenneth Portis was hoping that his Strata pitting that early was a good one, but he's been stuck up in traffic ever since. But he has moved up positions up to 16th at the moment. We have another car of Brad Benson, who I don't believe was supposed to join the race server, is now in here. So I'm not sure how you can do that. Might have a problem on our hands if he gets out on track. Sorry to say that out loud here on stream, but that's the truth. Puzzling. So we have Dustin Hosek, the 11 car, in the pit lane. Ooh. Ed tried to make the move there, hit a bit of dirt. I'm just looking at the... I don't know how to type the command in. Alright, we'll let it be for now. Doesn't seem to be causing much. And we have Ed into the pit lane. Cornelius Stem into the pit lane as well. And Jimmy Olsen, or is that... Yeah. No. Christopher. Sorry, had us looking at the pit lane. On board with Samuel here, who's just going past the third or into the second sector of the track. There's that car 49 of Jimmy Olsen in the pit lane. Car 17 of Artis into the pit lane as well. And Sean Collis, 138 in the pit lane. So Ed getting well out ahead of Samuel. As we have P Fender into the pit lane. Samuel way back there compared to Ed here. Still has not elected to pit. He was hoping to catch back up to Ed. As Calvin Wolf is exiting the pit lane. It's a long, slow pit lane. It's a very tricky corner. Rafa Sosa into the pit lane for his first stop of the race. James Turnbull just coming down the start straight here. Getting past everyone in the... Oh, sorry. Miles Mahal. My bad. Getting past lots of competitors in the pit lane. JJ into the pit lane as well. Jimmy Olsen and Miles right on the back of each other. Who's going to get past? Jimmy putting up a good defense here. Rafa Sosa getting back on track. We got Ed trying to make moves, getting past P Fender. And now his next competition is Bellato. Race leader Samuel in the pit lane at the moment. Number 75 car going up the hill into the corkscrew section of the track. Apologies, Miles Mahal and Jimmy Olsen still battling it out. Simon Beardry and Sean Collis, nice and close battling. Ed getting past Bellato. Bellato jumping out of the way like a nice lad. Thanks, Bellato. Sure Ed appreciates that. And Samuel's still not moving. Samuel's moving now. It's going to be close. I think Ed has him. This time around. And Ed passes him now. But he still has to come around this long corner. Can Samuel get out ahead of him? Samuel right there. And no, Ed gets... They're still side by side though. Ed gets through. It's well done for Ed. Planning his pit stops perfectly there. Matt Reed in the pit lane. Well done, Ed, for calculating that stop correctly and getting ahead. And now the pressure, the roles have reversed. And now it's all about Samuel putting the pressure on Ed. But Ed looking pacey here. Miles still working away on Jimmy. Coming across the line. Coming into the heavy braking zone. Not close enough, but Jimmy Olsen going out real wide, having a bit of a moment, I feel like. And Miles right there to continue putting that pressure on as we see Osick number 11 ahead of them in that camera shot. So Samuel is electing the pit now. Interesting. Samuel coming in, Ed getting through and taking off. So see if this was a planned stop here. Splash and dash. How quick are you in the lane? It's looking long. Much longer than I expected. And go. Come on, you need to get back on track. Oh, God. Can't let Ed get that far ahead of him. It's a full 30-second stop looking like. Yeah, not moving still. So Ed pushing up the hill. Some Bellato and P. Fender. Bellato has not pitted at all up into actual P2 of the race. Alright, Samuel getting out the pit lane now, but Ed's arm almost all the way down another lap. So, not really working for Samuel. If he only splashed for 1 sec, 3-second pit stop or whatever with no tire change, I think he could have been ahead. It's not, that's Bellato electing to do his first pit stop here with 34 minutes to go in the race. So Kenneth Portis jumping up back into 5th position. 4th position now. Bellato in the pit lane and Rafa Sosa is ahead. Kenneth going around with a 1:23 lap time. At this point in the season, Kenneth is still putting quite a bit of practice in here, but a lot more into another event he's in. But solid driver all around, does well at most racetracks. Put a lot of time into the game to learn each track. Sunk a lot of time into this Honda to get it going super quick at most circuits. Rewards to do that and put that practice in. 33 minutes to go here. Still, actually, track temp went up 1 degree to 33 degrees Celsius. Still optimum, still the same cloud coverage. So Ed just getting past Sean Collis, letting him through as Ed is the race leader at the moment. 19 laps here so far. So a lot of our battles kind of spread out thanks to the pit stops, and now it's kind of up to the last pit. But Samuel here has performed both pit stops. He's just coming into the corkscrew now. Looks like he's approaching some traffic. Oh, and Samuel into the dirt as I say that. Just losing concentration there and binning it, but not completely. Seemed to have caught the car. Simon Beardry. Actually, that's Ed, sorry. And Turnbull. So every driver so far on track has had one pit stop. That's completed their one. Still need one more mandatory to complete all of the requirements. But at the moment, Ed in the 75 McLaren in the lead, 20 laps into the race. Derek Stack, technically P2, performed each pit stop lap winner on the 123 lap time. Rafa Sosa up in the third now, still needing to perform one stop, but 123 or just lower. Rapid around here. Kenneth Porter's fourth position. Calvin Wolf in fifth. JJ Bruin sixth. Matthew Reed seventh. Dustin Hosick jumping up to eighth position. Jimmy Olsen, Miles Mahal in 10th. With Samuel, the only guy to complete all pit stops here. So Jimmy Olsen has jumped in the pit lane to complete all of his laps, or pit stops that are required. So Samuel really needs to get past Miles and continue on. Trying to catch up to that 75 car who is coming around the last corner now. But there's no mandatory. He was P1, but he's not P1 now. He's in 10th position. He needs to still battle everyone, and he's fighting them just like for position. It's like Cornelius Stem there, hunting down Christopher. Christopher going around here with a 124.5, which is actually pretty good pace. Pretty impressive by him. It's a great job, my friend. It's a decent lap time around here. Rafa Sosa getting past the back marker of Stem. $28.5 minutes to go here in our 60-minute race at Laguna Seca for round 9. Hope you all have been enjoying the action on track. It was quite exciting there for a while. We had little battles all up and down the order. Things have settled down a little bit now as Rafa Sosa getting past Christopher there. Kenneth Portis behind there in fourth position, battling with Rafa, who got through the back markers nicely, but see what happens as Kenneth Portis is catching them. Hopefully had a good time to be able to pass them easily. So Sean Collins is behind Derek Stack now. Still needing to complete another pit stop. Something went wrong there last lap. The car 731 of Beardry. Simon coming out in the track, 19th position at the moment. time to get out ahead. Samuel, no. He let Samuel by. He's not the race leader. You don't need to let him through, but he's up to 9th position. So those really, really early pit stops to see how it turns out. Turnbull into the pit lane. The 203 Lamborghini. And the 100 of Cornelius Stem looks like he lost control and spun it around, coming around that second to last corner. You hate to see Cornelius, and he's past the pit lane, so he has to go around one more lap. You hate to see it, poor guy. Struggling there. Mahal battling Artists. I haven't seen Artists in a while. The 17 Porsche. So at the moment we have 4 cars who've completed all pit stops. Samuel in the 276 car. Jimmy Olsen in the 49 car. James Turnbull in the 203 car. And Simon Beardry in the 731. They got Ed for 949 Sim Racing in the lead at the moment. Going around the track, getting his best time so far of a 122.17. By the looks of the timing board, that is our fastest track lap at the moment in the race. So well done for Ed getting that medal. I'm not sure that anyone's going to be able to match that pace here by the end. Sean Collis and Matt P. Fender fighting for position. Sean getting a little bit of dirt on the tires there. The closest battle on track right here. P. Fender going to be trying his hardest. And as well as Sean Collis is going to be defending his hardest. As well as not worrying too much. Really wide line there. Almost losing the car. Getting into the marbles a bit. Carrying too much speed through there. But still able to hold position here with 24 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We got Artists that are 17 in Porsche into the pit line, 11th position at the moment. Getting dropped down to 12th. And Sean Collis is having a moment again. Looks like Matt P. Fender. Where did you go, Matt? So Sean just letting Rafa Sosa as he's a blue flag by. Sean letting Kenneth, but Sean just getting caught out looking in the mirror, scared from the guys driving into his rear like that. It's unfortunate. You know, you hate to see guys having to dive off the track as they feel pressure from the faster drivers behind. So Ed right now, 25 laps so far in the race, has led half of that maybe, if not less, but he has 15-second lead on P2. So he's trying to build a gap to be able to hit the pit lane, but not sure if it's going to be enough. But the guys behind have to pit one more time as well. So Ed's still going around. Probably the next 2 laps he will elect to hit the pit lane. Dustin Hosek. Sorry, Dustin. As he's battling it out here with Samuel. You don't want to battle out with him, actually. You want to let him pie. As he's only going to cost you time. I might hit the pit lane as soon as possible here. Got Mo still going around. Cornelius Stem still is not electing the pits on those tires that were kind of destroyed. Matt Reed, what are your decision here? Oh, still going around. And Dustin's still going. So everyone's electing to continue on still right to the 20-minute mark. So we did not actually have a pit window. I'm surprised no one did the first lap stop. So Derek Stack having a good race here just by himself. So Derek Stack is matching Ed's times other than the second sector of the track, where Ed is up 4/10 of a second. Rafa Sosa behind them. Kenneth Porter is getting through those guys in the back, and now he just has to worry about getting up to Sosa ahead. Matt Reed actually ahead of Sun now. For Samuel. Nice to see it. But letting Samuel through. I would have come into the pit lane, my friend. And who is that coming in? Dustin Hosick in the pit lane. I like this camera angle. That's real nice. Who else is going to follow suit? Miles Mahal? Yes, he does. And Ed, are you going to hit the pit lane now, sir? No, he's not. He's going to continue around a couple more laps. Bellotto, my Spanish compadre, amigo. Are you coming in? No, he's elected to. Derek Stack. Come on, Derek. You need to pull the trigger and get ahead. Get that stop in before Ed. Get the undercut. Actually, I'm not sure if the undercut's that powerful at this track. Rafa Sosa. Kenneth Portis. Kenneth Portis coming into the pit lane now. Trying to jump everyone ahead. Nice job. Let's see what type of pit stop he performs if he's out on track quickly. JJ Brewer coming in the pit lane. 7-Eleven car. Artist having already completed and continuing on by in that 17 car. And there's a race leader, Samuel. Coming down to the last corner. Come on, Kenneth. Is your car going to be moving? You got 20 minutes to go here. And there's a race leader crossing and passing him. Theoretical race leader, but we'll see what happens. 100 car of Cornelius Stem in the pit lane. Ed's still lapping around. There's Kenneth Portis. He's on his way now. As Ed passes by. But that's all Kenneth just needs to be behind to jump him. Because he still has to pit one more pit stop. So we'll see what Kenneth Portis did here. I think he might have jumped the leaders. Derek Stack in the pit lane now. So it's all about, can Derek Stack get out ahead of the 276 car and Kenneth Portis of the 84. As Ed still needs to pit. Come on, Derek. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. He's coming down the mountain. Sean Collis in the pit lane. Calvin Wolf in the pit lane. As those two cars come gliding in here. Derek Stack, you're getting past. Here comes Samuel in. Derek Stack now leaving the pit lane now. Matt P. Fender having a moment in the Bentley again. Don't turn in. Ooh. That was close. Getting Hosick and Wilson. Very close. Simon Beardry with who's between them. James Turnbull, but Derek Stack is between them. Derek getting ahead of his teammate. James Turnbull just letting him through. Hosick and Stem very close. Jimmy Olsen and Matt P. Fender. P. Fender having to do his pit stop, so he dives in. As we have Ed in the pit lane. Ed leaving the pits now already. Ahead of Samuel. Samuel's coming around the last corner now. Ouch. Sorry about that. Dwight getting it done, getting ahead of Samuel by a couple cars. But Ed still needing to get through. Oh, and Sean Collis having a moment at the hairpin. Sorry, corkscrew. There he comes. Back around, just took a little bit more, too much speed. Doesn't look like he has any damage on the car. But not having a great race for this man. Calvin Wolf up here in 7th at the moment. Christopher stay all the way. He does. Christopher is spinning the car, unfortunately, a little bit, getting a yellow flag. Miles Mahal. Simon Beardry having trouble there for a moment. Got Wolf has Bellato ahead. Bellato still needing to perform one more pit stop. JJ right behind. Calvin not wanting to give up any time to JJ behind. So it'll all come down to how fast Samuel can get through this lap track and get on the rear of Ed. Yeah, man. Let's go, Dustin. Yes, Dustin is doing a great job tonight. 11th position. Calvin Wolf able to get through Bellato as Bellato pulls into the pit lane. But he still has JJ in that speedy Bentley right behind. Some battle of the British cars right here. Which one will prevail? My bets would be on Calvin Wolf. Might have the edge on JJ just a little bit. So Samuel through the first car, but still needing to get past Miles Mahal to get some space, free air. Again, I'd just like to point out our blue flags are required to get out of the way, but not intentionally mess their race up. So as long as they're not completely slowing the other guy down, and they do let them by in a safe manner, somewhere on track that is safe to do so. As you can see right here, Miles Mahal kind of backing out, but not compromising his race too much. And letting Samuel right behind. Now Samuel is released from those blue flags on to try to get ahead. A 3-second gap between him and Ed's lapping around the same time. So I still think this lap from Ed just by 9 thousandths of a second So this is very interesting. So we have Samuel getting a best lap time of 122.179. But then Ed having a 122.089. Last lap was his best lap of the race. So Ed is flooring it. John Collis having some traffic he's needing to get through. Cornelius Stem gets past. Cornelius having a moment there. Or actually, should we say Jimmy Olsen? Nope, not Jimmy Olsen. I don't know which car that was. The leader? Samuel? No? The other pink Porsche that is not Jimmy Olsen. We have artist number 17 spinning. Just after that blind left-hander going into the corkscrew. He's back on track though. So there's a lot of traffic ahead of Samuel and Ed. The battle for the lead is interesting, but like I said, with Ed's pace getting faster, so the tire issue for Samuel is coming out. He's running way too long on one set of tires compared to Ed. So Ed navigating his way through all this traffic. He's got Cornelius Stem and also Jimmy Olsen blocking him. Almost having an issue there. These guys ahead just need to let Ed through as soon as possible. Costing him time. Samuel getting past Sean Collis there, and he's right on the back now. So all that gap that Ed has got, he had 3 seconds to the car behind, has evaporated quickly because of the two guys ahead battling out and not letting the blue flag pass. So Jimmy Olsen needs to let him through, as he does, but in an inconvenient location, very dangerous location to be honest. But Ed's through one guy. Cornelius Stem next. And Samuel's right there. James Turnbull and Rafa Sosa, but James is down a couple laps from Rafa, so James letting that by. Kenneth Portis lining up Bellato next. Artist coming on D-stacked here, and D-stack's in the lead. So Ed trying to get past Cornelius. Cornelius not giving up that position easily through the corkscrew. What a mess. What time, and Ed avoiding Cornelius, and Cornelius going across the track and getting tapped by one of the Porsches there. Oof. That's what you get when you decide to let the blue flag pass in a dangerous spot. Luckily, no one was too harmed in that. But some definite poo came flying out. Oh, and as we have Christopher who slams in the wall, pops the hood. Oh no. Race over. Miles Mahal. Trying to get past Sean Collis. Sean Collis. Second last position. Oh, and Sean Collis and Miles having some trouble there. Touching. Sean being nice and letting him through. Letting those other cars by. Has not been a pretty night for Sean Collis here. Fortunately, he has his worst nightmare coming up behind him of Rafa Sosa. So he's just gonna want to let him by. A night to forget for that man there in the Ferrari. He's definitely looking forward to a break from racing, I think. But next time, after he has a bit of a break, comes back, he's improved a lot, his skills here. So looking forward to seeing him in a different season continue to improve and get better as we go forward. Kenneth Portis getting past Bellato through the corkscrew section. Dustin Katosic, 9th position now. He's got Ed ahead of him, P1, and he has Samuel in P2 right behind. Dustin letting him by after Samuel flashed the lights once. Play, but we don't want to see Dustin losing out that much time to Jimmy Olsen behind. And Miles, not sure what the damage is like on his car, if he has much from that little tap with Sean. Maybe lit the tires up a little bit. 6 minutes to go here, 33 degrees track temp, so optimum conditions. A little bit of cloud, no wind like we've had all race. It's been a wild one. Everyone competing here at a high level, having to learn strategy and pit twice. 37 laps so far, 60 minutes. Down to the last 5 minutes and 30 to go. See how many extra laps we get in here as Ed is in the lead here. 1 second gap between him and Samuel, so it's going to get tasty here near the end once again. Kenneth Portis just biding his time, and we're having a bit of network issue again there. We'll most likely get past Kenneth, will get past Sean here into this section. Hopefully it goes cleaner this time. I think we might as well stick on to Ed and Samuel for the last 4.5 minutes here. Apologies if any other interesting overtakes happen, as we're not watching, but let these guys battle out. Under a second, Ed getting over into the dirt almost. Matt P. Fender ahead of them. To come crossing the line here with 4:10 to go. And still with that impressive lap time of 1:22.089, which is amazing. Near the end of the race to boot. Very Canadian of me to say that. P. Fender right there in front. Ed does not need this to happen. Ed needs to get past cleanly. P. Fender pulling off to the side, letting the leaders battle it out. It doesn't look like Ed lost a ton of time, but more than he would have wanted. We just have Matt Reed ahead. I suspect that will be the last guy they have to go past. As these two, the number 75 and the number 276, are unbelievably fast today. Well done for them. It's amazing to witness, that's for sure. So 2 minutes, definitely another 2 to 3 laps here. Sorry for the audio trouble, I'm not sure what happened. All right, with 2 minutes to go here, Ed in the lead, still 40 laps done, 2 minutes. Let's see our driver in the day. If you are in the chat watching still, please type who you would say your driver of the day would be. At the moment, I would say my driver of the day would have to be either Calvin Wolf, actually, or Ed here. Ed starting third position on the grid against two speedy Porsches in the McLaren here, Laguna Seca. And Ed ends up getting the fastest lap and leads most of the way with 1 lap to go here, maybe 2 more. 1 or 2 more laps to go here. I think this is the penultimate lap right now. Currently still in the lead. There's a lot of laps here. 60-minute race, 41. It's going to be 43 laps at the end. That's pretty spicy. Takes a lot of energy there. Not sure where Rafasos is getting through traffic. Going up the hill, Samuel having a moment. Ed just pushing, getting even more ahead of him. Coming into the corkscrew for maybe the second last time. It's going to be tight. They have 25 seconds to get down this section, across the line. Are they going to do it, or is this the last lap? I think it might be the last lap, folks. It's kind of looking like that. Or they're going to pass with 1 second remaining on the clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they cross the line with 1 second remaining. Wow. Wow. Well done. All right, so Ed, you have 1 more lap here. Focus to get this victory. The real competition here was Rafa Sosa and Portis in 4th and 5th position, as they're the closest rivals in the drivers championship. Rafa getting the better again of Kenneth Portis by just being a little bit more quick over the laps. Maybe a little bit different pit strategy. Kenneth pitted quite early. So coming down the corkscrew 1 last time. Ed in the lead here. Ed, the number 75 car for 949 Sim Racing. McLaren looked solid today. On rails, getting the fastest lap of 1:22.089. Coming around the last corner now, and Ed's going to take it away with the 42-lap race here at Laguna Seca. Perfect track temperature. P1, Samuel, P2. Great job, great battle between these two. Derek Stack coming around in 3rd position. Good job, Derek. Able to still be on the podium. Rafa Sosa coming around. Last corner. 4th position. Kenneth Portis 5th. Calvin Wolf 6th position. JJ Brewer in 7th. Matt Reed in 8th. Dustin Hosek 9th. Well done, Dustin. Jimmy Olsen 10th position. Miles Mall 11th. Artist 12th. James Turnbull 13th. Pilato 14th. Simon Burgee 15th. Matt P. Fender 16th. Sean Collis 17th. Christopher Flores 18th. And we had some other guys who have left the server already. So not sure where they finished exactly. So there's our finishers there. Very close battle of P1 and P2. 1 second in the bit between them. That's our race here tonight. Thank you for joining us at ZRL for round 9 at Laguna Seca. That's our second last round. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get us notified, get you notified when we go live next week at Kailami for our last race of the season. So take care. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time. See ya.